Hello everyone. Welcome to Sound of English. I am your English instructor. My name is Sarah. I have been teaching English for 12 years. Today I want to share something very personal with you. 3 years ago, I met a student named Carlos. Carlos came to me with tears in his eyes. He said something that broke my heart. He said, "Sarah, I study English every day. I know all the grammar rules. I can write perfect sentences. But when native speakers talk to me, I understand nothing. Nothing at all. I feel like I am deaf." Carlos is not alone. Every week, I meet students like Carlos. Students who can pass English tests, but cannot understand real conversations. Students who feel lost when native speakers talk naturally. Students who think they are failures. But Carlos is not a failure. And you are not a failure. The problem is not your brain. The problem is not your ability. The problem is simple. Nobody taught you how native speakers really talk. Today, I will teach you exactly how native speakers talk. I will show you why understanding them is so difficult. And I will give you my complete system to understand native speakers clearly. This system changed Carlos's life. It has changed thousands of students' lives. And it will change your life too. Why native speakers are so difficult to understand. Let me tell you something shocking. Native speakers do not speak the English you learned in school. They speak a completely different language. This language has different rules, different sounds, different rhythms. When you learned English in school, you learned textbook English. In textbook English, every word is clear. Every sentence is complete. Every sound is perfect. For example, in textbook English, we say "I am going to the store." Every word is separate. Every sound is clear. But native speakers do not say, "I am going to the store." They say something that sounds like, "I'm gonna store." They connect words together. They drop sounds. They change sounds. They speak fast. Very fast. This is not laziness. This is not bad English. This is natural English. This is how English really works. Let me give you another example. In textbook English, we say, "What are you doing?" But native speakers say something that sounds like, "What you doing?" The words blend together. The sounds change. It becomes a completely different sound. This is why you feel confused. You are listening for textbook English. But native speakers are speaking natural English. It is like listening for classical music when someone is playing jazz. They are both music, but they sound completely different. The hidden truth about English sounds. Here is something your English teacher never told you. English has two types of sounds. Strong sounds and weak sounds. Strong sounds are clear and loud. Weak sounds are quiet and fast. In textbook English, all sounds are strong. Every word gets equal attention. But in natural English, only important words get strong sounds. The other words become weak sounds. For example, take the sentence, "I can see the cat." In textbook English, every word is equally strong. I can see the cat. But native speakers make some words strong and some words weak. I can see the cat. The words can, they become very quiet and fast. This creates a rhythm. Strong, weak, strong, weak, strong. Like music. Like a heartbeat. This rhythm is the secret of natural English. Most English students do not know about this rhythm. They try to hear every word equally. But native speakers are not saying every word equally. They are creating a rhythm of strong and weak sounds. When you understand this rhythm, everything changes. Suddenly, native speakers become much easier to understand. You stop trying to catch every small word. You focus on the strong words. The important words. The words that carry the meaning. Carlos's breakthrough moment. Let me tell you about Carlos's breakthrough. After I taught him about rhythm, I gave him a simple exercise. I played a conversation between two Americans. Before the lesson, Carlos understood maybe 20%. He was frustrated. He was ready to quit. But this time was different. Instead of trying to catch every word, Carlos listened for the rhythm. He listened for the strong words. He ignored the weak words. Suddenly, Carlos started smiling. He understood 50%. Then 60%. By the end of our session, he understood almost everything. He looked at me with amazement. He said, "Sarah, it is like someone turned on the lights. I can hear them clearly now." That was 2 years ago. Today, Carlos works for an American company. He speaks with Americans every day. He watches American movies without subtitles. He listens to English podcasts for fun. All because he learned to understand the rhythm of natural English. The clear system, my complete method. Today, I want to teach you my complete system for understanding native speakers. I call it the clear system. Clear stands for connect, listen, expect, accept, and repeat. Let me explain each step in detail. Step 1. Connect the sounds. The first step is learning how native speakers connect words. In natural English, words do not stand alone. They connect together like links in a chain. For example, turn it off becomes turn it off. The words connect together. The sounds blend. This is called connected speech. Every native speaker uses connected speech. All the time. There are 5 main ways that native speakers connect words. Let me teach you each one. First is consonant to vowel connection. When a word ends with a consonant and the next word starts with a vowel, they connect. Turn it becomes turn it. Look at becomes look at. Pick up becomes pick up. Second is vowel to vowel connection. When a word ends with a vowel and the next word starts with a vowel, native speakers add a small sound between them. Go out becomes go out. See you becomes see ya. Do it becomes do it. Third is consonant to consonant connection. When the same consonant ends one word and starts the next word, they become one sound. Big girl becomes by girl. Good day becomes good day. First time becomes first time. Fourth is dropping sounds. Native speakers drop sounds that are difficult to say. Going to becomes gonna. Want to becomes wanna. Have to becomes have to. Fifth is changing sounds. Some sounds change when they connect with other sounds. Did you becomes didja. Would you becomes woulda. What are you becomes whatcha. Practice these connections every day. Listen for them in conversations. Soon, connected speech will become natural to you. Step 2. Listen for content words. The second step is learning to identify content words. Content words carry the main meaning of a sentence. They are the strong words in the rhythm. Content words include nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. For example, in the sentence, I'm going to the store tomorrow, the content words are going, store, and tomorrow. These words carry the main meaning. Function words include articles, prepositions, pronouns, and helping verbs. In the same sentence, the function words are I'm, to, and the. These words are grammatically important, but they do not carry the main meaning. Native speakers stress content words and unstress function words. They say content words clearly and loudly. They say function words quickly and quietly. When you listen to native speakers, focus on the content words. Do not worry about catching every small function word. The content words will give you the main meaning. The function words will become clear with practice. Let me give you an example. Listen to this sentence. I think I'm gonna head to the store in about an hour. The content words are think, head, store, and hour. If you catch these words, you understand the meaning. The person is going to the store soon. Practice identifying content words in conversations. Start with simple sentences. Then try more complex sentences. With practice, you will automatically focus on the important words. Step 3. Expect reductions. The third step is learning about reductions. Reductions are changes that happen to words in natural speech. Native speakers reduce words to save time and energy. There are many common reductions in English. Let me teach you the most important ones. Going to becomes gonna. This is probably the most common reduction in English. Every native speaker says gonna instead of going to. For example, I'm going to work becomes I'm gonna work. Want to becomes wanna. Native speakers almost never say want to in casual conversation. They say wanna. For example, I want to eat becomes I wanna eat. Have to becomes have to. This reduction is very common. I have to go becomes I have to go. Should have becomes shoulda. Could have becomes coulda. Would have becomes woulda. These reductions are extremely common in American English. Them becomes em. Give them becomes give em. Him becomes im. Tell him becomes tell im. Her becomes Ask her becomes ask and often becomes en. Salt and pepper becomes salt and pepper. Of often becomes a. Lot of becomes lotta. Kind of becomes kinda. These reductions are not slang. They are not incorrect English. They are standard in natural conversation. Every native speaker uses them. If you do not know these reductions, you will miss a lot of meaning. Practice listening for reductions in movies, TV shows, and conversations. Make a list of reductions you hear. Soon, they will become automatic for you. Step 4. Accept the accent challenge. The fourth step is accepting that different native speakers have different accents. American English has many regional accents. British English has many accents. Australian English sounds different from Canadian English. At first, this might seem overwhelming. How can you understand so many different accents? But here is the good news. The rhythm system works for all accents. All native speakers use strong and weak stress. All native speakers use connected speech. All native speakers use reductions. The sounds might be different, but the patterns are the same. When you master the patterns, you can understand different accents much more easily. Start with one accent. Choose American English or British English. Focus on that accent first. Learn its specific sounds and patterns. When you are comfortable with one accent, you can more easily understand other accents. Do not try to understand all accents at once. This will confuse you. Focus on one accent. Master it completely. Then expand to other accents. Step 5. Repeat with purpose. The fifth step is practicing with purposeful repetition. You must practice listening to native speakers every day. But not passive listening. Active listening. Passive listening means having English sounds in the background while you do other things. This does not improve your listening skills much. Active listening means focusing completely on the English sounds. You analyze what you hear. You identify the patterns. You practice the techniques. Here is my recommended daily practice routine. Choose a 5-minute conversation between native speakers. This could be from a movie, TV show, podcast, or YouTube video. Listen to the entire conversation once without stopping. Try to understand the general meaning. Listen again and focus on the rhythm. Identify the strong and weak words. Listen a third time and focus on connected speech. Notice how words blend together. Listen a fourth time and focus on reductions. Notice the shortened words. Listen a fifth time and try to repeat along with the speakers. This is called shadowing. It helps train your ear and your mouth. Do this every day with a new conversation. After 1 month, your listening skills will dramatically improve. Real success stories. Let me share some success stories from my students. These stories will inspire you and show you what is possible. Maria from Brazil came to me 6 months ago. She was preparing for a job interview with an international company. She could read and write English well, but she could not understand her interviewer on video calls. She was nervous and embarrassed. I taught Maria the clear system. She practiced every day for 2 months. In her final interview, she understood everything perfectly. She got the job. Now she leads international meetings in English. She says understanding native speakers changed her career. Ahmed from Egypt was studying at an American university. He was a brilliant engineering student, but he struggled in lectures. He understood the textbook material, but he could not follow his professor's natural speech. His grades were suffering. Ahmed learned about rhythm and connected speech. He practiced with recorded lectures every day. Within 3 months, his comprehension improved dramatically. His grades improved from C to A. He graduated with honors and now works for a top technology company. Yuki from Japan wanted to watch American movies without subtitles. She had studied English for 10 years, but movies were still too difficult. She felt frustrated and discouraged. Yuki focused on learning reductions and connected speech patterns from movies. She practiced shadowing dialogue every day. After 4 months, she could watch most movies without subtitles. Now she enjoys English movies and TV shows as entertainment, not just study material. These students are not special. They do not have special language talent. They simply learned how natural English really works. They practice the right techniques consistently. You can achieve the same results. Common mistakes to avoid. Let me warn you about common mistakes that slow down progress. The first mistake is trying to understand every single word. This is impossible and unnecessary. Even native speakers do not catch every word in every conversation. Focus on understanding the main meaning, not every small detail. The second mistake is studying only slow, clear English. If you only practice with textbook English, you will only understand textbook English. You must practice with natural, fast English to understand real conversations. The third mistake is giving up too quickly. Listening skills take time to develop. Do not expect perfect understanding immediately. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small improvements. The fourth mistake is not practicing speaking along with listening. When you try to repeat what you hear, you train both your ears and your mouth. This accelerates your progress significantly. The fifth mistake is choosing material that is too difficult. Start with conversations on familiar topics. Gradually increase the difficulty as your skills improve. Advanced techniques for faster progress. Once you master the basic clear system, here are advanced techniques to accelerate your progress. Use the pause and predict technique. When listening to a conversation, pause after someone starts speaking. Try to predict what they will say next. Then continue listening to check your prediction. This trains your brain to think like a native speaker. Practice with background noise. Real conversations do not happen in quiet rooms. Practice listening to English with background music, street noise, or cafe sounds. This prepares you for real-world situations. Focus on emotional listening. Native speakers use tone, rhythm, and stress to express emotions. Practice identifying whether speakers sound happy, angry, excited, or worried. This adds depth to your understanding. Study conversation patterns. Learn how native speakers start conversations, change topics, interrupt politely, and end conversations. These patterns help you follow the flow of natural dialogue. Practice with different speakers simultaneously. In real life, you might need to follow conversations with multiple people talking. Practice with group conversations, meetings, or family discussions. Creating your personal practice plan. Now let me help you create a personal practice plan. Effective practice requires consistency, variety, and progression. For consistency, commit to practicing every day. Even 15 minutes daily is better than 2 hours once a week. Your brain needs regular exposure to natural English sounds. For variety, use different types of content. Practice with movies, TV shows, podcasts, news broadcasts, and casual conversations. Each type has different rhythms and vocabulary. For progression, gradually increase difficulty. Start with clear, slow content. Move to normal speed content. Then try accented or fast content. Here is a sample weekly plan. Monday, practice with a TV show episode. Focus on rhythm and stress patterns. Tuesday, practice with a news broadcast. Focus on connected speech. Wednesday, practice with a podcast interview. Focus on reductions. Thursday, practice with a movie scene. Focus on emotional tone. Friday, practice with casual conversation videos. Focus on informal reductions. Saturday, review the week's difficult moments. Practice shadowing challenging segments. Sunday, free listening for enjoyment. Watch or listen to English content without pressure to analyze. Adjust this plan to match your interests and schedule. The key is consistency and variety. Technology tools to help you. Modern technology offers excellent tools to improve your listening skills. Let me recommend the most effective ones. Video platforms like YouTube allow you to slow down playback speed. Start at 0.75 speed, then gradually increase to normal speed as you improve. Apps like SpeechLing provide feedback on your pronunciation and listening skills. Podcast apps let you replay difficult sections repeatedly without losing your place. Language exchange platforms connect you with native speakers for conversation practice. Dictation software helps you practice understanding natural speech by typing what you hear. However, remember that technology is just a tool. The most important factor is your consistent practice and application of the techniques I have taught you. Final thoughts and your next steps. Understanding native speakers is not magic. It is not talent. It is a skill that anyone can learn with the right techniques and consistent practice. You now know the clear system. You understand why native speakers seem so difficult. You know the patterns of natural English. You have a practice plan and the tools to succeed. But knowledge without action achieves nothing. You must start practicing today. Choose your first piece of natural English content. Apply the clear system. Practice every day. Remember Carlos, who came to me in tears because he could not understand native speakers. He now works confidently in English every day. You can achieve the same transformation. Your journey to understanding native speakers clearly starts now. Take the first step. Start listening. Start practicing. Start transforming your English listening skills. Thank you for listening to Sound of English. I am Sarah, your English instructor. Remember, with the right techniques and consistent practice, you will understand native speakers clearly. I believe in you. Good luck on your English journey.